So Daybreakers is a bit of a wild one. What we have here is a dystopian world where vampires have become the dominant species that farm human like cattle for their blood. And the conflict arises when uh, humans become more or less an endangered species, therefore blood becomes harder to come by, and they struggle to sustain the masses. Now, when a vampire goes without blood for a period of time, they go through this metamorphosis where they lose their humanity and regress to a more primal state or version of themselves where they have wings and the whole 9 yards. And within this conflict, there are three different factions, or I guess 2.5, let's say. On one side, there's the vampires, or at least one, our main protagonist, Ed, who is desperately trying to produce a synthetic solution to this problem so that they don't need to harvest humans anymore. In the middle, there's a sort of evil corporation, if you will, that for their own selfish, twisted reasons, doesn't really see the need to stop farming. And on the other side, there is a sort of rebellion group comprised of what remains of humanity, with a vampire or two sprinkled in there, who are desperately trying to come up with a legit cure to combat the vampiric plague, because they, obviously don't want to die. And this, as a whole concept, is something that I am very intrigued by, despite it feeling like a nothing burger of a 2010s movie where, there's not much going on in the action department, and it might come across as boring to some. I still kind of dig it. I think that there's a certain amount of charm to it. And not that it should. I'm just saying that it could have been more of a franchise type thing. I feel like its biggest detriment is just trying to squeeze this, substantially hefty idea into a 90-minute runtime of a film. Whereas if this had been, for example, a Netflix series, something in the vein of Walking Dead, where we could really take our time and lay things out and explore the world and the characters and all those things, I really think, 3 or 4 seasons, give or take a little bit, would probably give me everything I'm looking for. But at the end of the day, this is just a different sort of vampire movie that I think you're either going to vibe with or you're going to cringe at. But for me, there's just something about it I can't help but be intrigued by. But other than that, let me know what y'all think about this one. I mean, I didn't really take the temperature on it from the overall horror community, so I'd really like to get some other people's thoughts on this one. But that is going to wrap this video up, guys. So as always, thanks for watching, take care of yourselves, and we'll catch you in the next one.